I'd like to thank again for inviting me along. I've known about this PASH conference for the last 3 years, but I hadn't actually been. So to come along today and to see all the display of all the agencies here for a start was stunning, to see all the material that was available here, and the people who in this community and the broader Northern Rivers community are really interested and caring about young people. And I think that's a strong and powerful message to send to our young people, that all these agencies, all these workers are caring about you as an individual. I also went into 2 of the sessions. I went into Byron Youth session, Lisa. I saw these 2 young girls and I had to write down Jess and Georgia. And I'm an ex-teacher. I stood at the back at the corner. I deliberately didn't search around for eye contact with any of the young people, but I was watching them, watching the performance. And I can honestly say I have never seen a group of, I would reckon in their 30 perhaps, might have been more, 30 young people so engaged. They were watching and not shayaking, not sort of digging their friends in the ribs, and not embarrassed. They weren't nodding, yeah, I know all about that. They were learning and they were engaged. All of those young people. I said later to Natalie that, I had a blank for a minute, that there was one girl I was concerned about. There was one girl who would not watch. And I left this place worried about her. She was looking at her knees or at the floor to her right. And occasionally she'd look up at the performers and look down. As a teacher, they're the kind of kids that worry me. You don't know, I, as a stranger, didn't know what her background was or what her interests were. When I came back tonight and spoke to Lisa, she said she looks around and saw that girl and engaged with her. So that's a really powerful message, that someone can be engaged, can engage with these young people who is not known to them, but that you as professionals, and most of the people here tonight are professionals, are seen by these young people as a trusted adult who knows more than they do. Now, as one young boy from Kadina said on that video, no other place does that. Those kids that I saw today would not have engaged that way in their own school with their teacher in the room. I can guarantee it. They would not have engaged if their parents were in the room or their guardians. They engaged because they were in a safe environment surrounded by adults with expertise and knowledge who are caring. There's an expression, and I can't remember what it is. It's like an interested stranger or a caring stranger, something like that. I can't remember. There is a term that we sometimes use. That's what most of you were today to those young people. They were feeling very safe. I then went into the session on consent and I saw all the kids engaged. I was standing up the back, and I will admit, I'm a child of the 50s and 60s. Some of the stuff that I heard was fairly confronting. But it was fabulous to see these young people so engaged. And the messages that I've read in this book, I think it would be wrong for people who are not aware of what happens at PASH to think it's all about showing how condoms work. It's much more. It's about healthy body relationships. As we've heard from this wonderful poem, it's about being comfortable with your own sexual identity and being able to disclose and make your sexuality something that you can share with other people in a safe environment. It's about STIs. I mean, it wasn't until I read the front of this that I saw the incidence of chlamydia, and I think the section I saw in a Byron Youth Theatre was about gonorrhea. But to see that sexually transmitted diseases are so prominent, if amongst the group that has STIs, most of those people are young people. So it's about protecting the health of themselves and other young people in the community. So I don't think I can do it any better, Tobin and Annie and Sarah, than quoting again from this book, from the back page. It is our responsibility as a community to be comfortable in talking with young people about their sexual health and to support them to make the choices that are right for them. And that, as a community leader, as a teacher, as a parent, and as an interested stranger, is what I want for the young people in this community. So thank you for having me here tonight, and I look forward to hearing the further discussion. Thank you.